How you doing? Welcome to another first reviews reaction video. We big boy buddy Gore, and we are here to take a look at the first reviews, of course, for Ghost of Yōtei, which comes out exactly a week from now, right? Today's Thursday, yeah. So exactly a week from now. I feel like there's like not a lot of hype going into this game. I know. There's people that are hype, but like not a ton because of all the controversies and stuff. And people were already shitting on it and stuff before that anyway, but not as much as they are now. Yeah, it's just yeah. I'm still excited for it. It looks fun, so I already have pre-order. I'm still gonna play it. Looks like a lot of fun. I'm expecting high reviews. I don't think that's going to be a huge surprise. It probably will even have higher reviews than probably Ghost of Tsushima, which I don't know. We'll see if that's warranted. I'm hoping it's warranted considering it's a sequel. You know, you usually try to do better with a sequel. So we're gonna go to Metacritic first, I guess. I mean, it has been a few hours since the reviews have popped up. So my guess is 88. That's my guess. That's higher than the original. Because Ghost of Tsushima, if you don't remember, when it first came out, it had like an 82 on Metacritic or something like that. I was like, whoa, that's actually kind of low. And then I played it. I was like, this game's awesome. What the fuck? I mean, not that 82 is bad, but I was just like, I was like blown away. I was like, this game's amazing. I loved it. That was probably one of, if not my favorite game of 2020, which was saying something because that was a good ass year. Also, I just realized Hades 2 came out today, so there should be reviews for that also. The reason why I said that is because Hades 1 was also 2020. So, sequels to two of my favorite 20... Dude, my third favorite game was probably Doom Eternal. Or second favorite game. I don't know. I have to think about it. And that got a sequel a couple days... Wow. That's weird. This year is the year of sequels to 2020 games, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, at least ones I loved. Anyway, so let's get to it. I'm going to stop saying anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to say anyway. I'm going to say 88 anyway. So let's get to it. Am I right? Oh, I guess Hades 2 also. Should I guess? Hades 2 will get great reviews. It'll probably be like a 92 or something. That's my guess. So let's go. Oh, it was so fucking close. Oh, Hades 2 was close too. Son of a bitch. Damn, 94. That's not that surprising. I'm sorry, I can't be that surprised about that. 87. That's pretty great for Ghost of Yōtei. Just 1 point away. Hades 2 though. Damn. Anything else get reviews? Oh, same score. Final Fantasy Tactics, nice. House of Guinness. One battle after another. I'm seeing that on Saturday. Oh, Baby Steps. That came out? 77? Okay, that's not bad considering what game. Wait, what? Go back? 87 for the lowdown? Oh, shit. I was thinking about seeing that because I love Ethan Hawke. Damn. Trails in the Sky. That's like one of the highest rated games this year. And then there's Silk Song, of course. All right. Sick. Ghost of Yōtei. Let's check it out first. We'll read a couple here and then we'll go to Hades too. All right. Let's see. Let's see some 10s. How many 10s? Oh, it's not going to load them. All right. We'll read the... What the fuck is with Metacritic? I don't know why this keeps happening. They don't load all the reviews for some reason. Yeah, how about, I guess we could do it this. So we could go through. Okay, yeah, there's no negative reviews. Okay, are you kidding me? I can't go back. I have to literally do this. That's really, Jesus Christ. You know, I gave Metacritic so much like praise when I was shitting on Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm starting to take that praise back. I'm going to just put that praise towards OpenCritic. I shouldn't though, because every time I praise something, it seems like bad things start happening. All right, so all the mixed reviews are 6s and 7s. Okay, Sucker Punch's sequel offers more great swordplay and heartfelt storytelling, but would be better served as a linear action game freed of its poor side quests and dated open world. Damn, I actually really liked the open world in the original game. There wasn't a lot to do, to be fair, but it was gorgeous, so it was like really fun to just kind of roam around. I mean, there was stuff to do, but it was like, go to the fox thing, you know. Oh, the fox is leading me here, and you know, go over here, pray, you know. Ghost of Yōtei certainly has its beautiful moments when everything does click, when the moonlight falls just right, when battles reach their climax, and admittedly, even the predictable story contains a few moving moments, okay, but on the other hand, there's a long list of elements that aren't necessarily bad, mostly outdated, old-fashioned, or at best far from groundbreaking. One of the best looking open world games ever, but the formula is beginning to feel increasingly dated, despite the cool visuals, fun samurai gear, and surprisingly good plot. Okay, there you go. One of the best looking open world games, yeah. All right. We were at enough mixed reviews. Let's go back to 10 out of 10s here. Yōtei is one of the best games I've ever played. That's right. Sony check was nice that day. No, I'm just kidding. From top to bottom, beginning to end, it is the epitome of what epitome of what I always say epitome because I know that pisses somebody off. The epitome of what AAA game developers should strive for. It completely delivers on all fronts: combat, narrative, visuals, world building, and audio. Okay, world building. We'll see. Well, no, world building probably. Even if there's not a lot to do in the world, you could still have a great world building, just through the story and dialogue for sure. Anyway, and through the yeah, I said story, right? But most importantly, it's simply a ton of fun. Sucker Punch has raised the bar to a seemingly insurmountable height. When it's all said and done, people will look back at this generation and regard Ghost of Yōtei as a true magnum opus. It's games like these that remind me just how special the medium can be. Cool. Sucker Punch leaves nothing on the table with Ghost of Yōtei. This game represents everything we were promised the PS5 could deliver and then some. Every aspect of its artistry, mechanics, and technology is used to the fullest and perfect balance. No one part of Ghost of Yōtei outshines the rest, and that's because each component bleeds into the other, so naturally they cease to feel like that's disparate parts or elements, whatever. Atsu's journey is one that will stick with me, but not because of the magnificent world I explored, the memorable cast of characters I grew to love, or the dramatic swordplay. Wait, what? But not because of the magnificent world I explored, the memorable cast. Although Keller used to paint the complete picture of that is Ghost of Yōtei. All are strong on their own, but together form something much. Okay, I get you. I was a little confused. Is it saying not just because just one of these, but because of all of them together? All right. Probably could have worded that better, but whatever. Ghost of Yōtei is a genuine masterpiece that takes up the mantle dropped by Tsushima and runs with it. Okay. I was straight to the point. Ghost of Yōtei is a great, but still somehow safe sequel. We gave it a 10. A little bit like Horizon Forbidden West was. Then again, it's been years since the previous entry, so yes, this is certain to please fans of Tsushima. That does not sound like a 10 out of 10, but okay. Saying, like, I give it a 10 out of 10. I'm sure this will please fans. Like, I feel like you should, I don't know, whatever. Ghost of Yōtei is that rare sequel that not only, I don't need to read every fucking whatever. As a triumph of artistic disciplines, devastating narrative hook will quickly lead to its 50 plus hours. Okay, so it's about as long as the original game. That's good. 10, 10, 10. Okay, I can't even look at any of our fucking reviews because Metacritic sucks. So, maybe we should just go straight to OpenCritic. Fuck this. Ooh, it's higher on OpenCritic, bitch. Oh, and Hades. Oh, I nailed Hades 2 over here. I said 92. Well, there you go. I was right, kind of. Yeah, let's see what else. Ghost of Yōtei has a higher review over here. Oh, Pac-Man World 2 has an 80? And Final Fantasy Tactics has a 90. Look at that. Same score as Ghost of Yōtei. Damn, how many more reviews? Less reviews, actually. So, yeah, it'll probably go down. IGN gave it an 8. Wow, okay. A predictable but well-executed story takes you through Ghost of Yōtei's gorgeous landscapes and satisfying fluid action. It may not be revolutionizing open-world games, but it's a great distillation of the samurai fantasy. Ghost of Yōtei is a monumental open-world graphics powerhouse driven by intense combat and enthralling revenge story. I mean, that's what Ghost of... I do feel like I love revenge stories. I've said it before, but like I think the next game needs to be something else besides a revenge story. I mean, that's what the original was. It was a revenge story too. So, so I don't know if you realize that. I mean, it was, but I mean, it was a little bit more to it than just revenge. I guess this one's more focused on the revenge, but whatever. This is an experience that walks, talks, and carries a customizable sword like every other AAA game, but it looks damn good doing it, and it is a lot of fun. Surely with a game like Ghost of Yōtei, that's all you're looking for, and Sucker Punch is only too happy to deliver. It's not the best AAA game of all time, but it might be the most AAA game of all time. The most AAA game. Ghost of Yōtei does not because it looks amazing. Does not radically reinvent or change what worked in Tsushima, but that's fine because frankly, Sucker Punch nailed the mechanics the first time they did. That's true. It's very true. That's why I didn't replay Ghost of Tsushima just in case, because I was going to, and I was like, I really shouldn't, because if it's gonna be very similar to how Yōtei plays, then I'm gonna be like, it's a little bit too much, a little too much. I'm going. That reminds me, I need to watch a new South Park episode. Gozo Yōtei is shaped by Atsu, its new protagonist, as you're propelled on a gripping tale of revenge amidst the backdrop of feudal Japan's contrasting beauty and violence. Okay, it's a consummate revenge game with which Sucker Punch dares to present an open world with good ideas that come close to fitting together perfectly, dazzling in its visuals, powerful in its narrative, and sharp in its combat. Yōtei is almost as precise as a katana slash. Now, if I was using it, be like, precise. All right, here's a 6 out of 10 again. I probably read it. Well, let me read it again. For me, though, it dulls most of the excitement and enjoyment for what I believe should be expecting. What we should, I can't fucking read. But what I believe, it doesn't help that the fucking background's blinding me. I believe we should be expecting from a first-party PlayStation exclusive this far into the PS5 generation. Ghost of Yōtei is beautiful in the moment, yet like Atsu herself can never quite decide where to best focus its talents. Okay. Itchy back of the neck. I mean, a lot of the reviews are fucking really, really good, though. By 8.3, 9, 9.5. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything less, honestly. I mean, Sucker Punch is some of the best out there, too. Yep, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, 8. All right, so it sounds good to me. Now, let's move on to Hades 2, which I'm going to assume this has the same... I mean, not the same... Yeah, it has more. It does have more, okay. I was actually going to say more, even though I said same. I meant to say more. It has more reviews on OpenCritic, so I guess this is probably more accurate. 92, I mean, that's about what I expect. All right, so here's my guess for the reviews. I already guessed the score, but I'm going to guess they're going to say it's more of the same, but the same is awesome. Just pretty much exactly what people were saying about Ghost of Yōtei. I bet it's going to be a lot of the same. I didn't give it a 10? Hold on, I need to take a sip to that. Yeah, I mean, Hades 1 was easily still the best roguelike I've ever played. Hades 2's art is breathtaking, its characters are captivating, the combat's fast, fun, endlessly varied, and tactical, and the music is spectacular. I'm assuming it's Darren Korb still doing the music. Despite some stumbles, I know I don't know if Zagreus might be in the game, I have no idea, but he also voiced Zagreus. She did a good job, too. He's a good voice actor along with musician. I was like, despite some stumbles in its opening hours, Hades 2 blooms with flexible combat and unforgettable characters. Okay. While you're experiencing a grand journey across an uncompromising depiction of Greek mythology, is the small moments in Hades 2 that shine brightest. Intimate conversations between old friends or bittersweet reunions with long-lost family members. I agree with that statement for the first game. So, those are some of the best moments when you get a new piece of like dialogue, a new piece of a new cutscene. You know what I mean? When you see your mom for the 4th time, you know. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. Family members, as the moon of Selene hangs daintily, I think it's daintily, overhead, putting aside slaughtering demons and becoming a witch so powerful that not even the Titans can stop you. These are what make Hades 2 so special. A super giant is now destined to leave this universe behind. It goes out in the highest. What the fuck does that mean? Why'd they say that? I thought like they were shutting down or something like that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like looking up to see if there's any news recently of them shutting down or something. Like what? Or like there's a threat of them shutting down. What the fuck does that even mean? That has to be a reference to the game. Like that's something they say or something. You're destined to leave this universe or something. I don't know. There's a huge degree of skill expression even amid the most chaotic encounters. I feel like there should have been more there, but okay. Super Giant Games is 5 for 5 with Hades 2. You know, are they 5 for 5 or 6 for 6? Because wasn't there like a game that people forgot about? There's Pyre. Wasn't there another game? Maybe not. Anyway, so there might just be 5. Super Giant Games is 5 for 5 with Hades 2, a huge triumphant sequel that manages to diverge mechanically and offer more challenges and variety than its predecessor. It helps that it's nearly faultless on Switch 2 in particular. Sometimes there's a bit too much going on in shooting for a bigger, more tragic story. I think it's lost a bit of heart. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because like Hades 1's story is surprisingly like not like, I mean, there's stakes, I guess, technically, for sure, but like there's definitely stakes, but not like, you know, like, oh, it's the end of the world, bitch. Like she's going after Kronos. She just wants his ass dead for whatever reason. But again, I never played the early access, even though I bought it early access on Steam. I never played it, but quite frankly, I don't want time to stop, because if it does, I won't be able to play Hades 2 anymore. Yeah, that's right. If you kill Kronos, doesn't, because he's all about time. So anyway, topping the original Hades was a damn near impossible feat, but Supergiant Games pulled it off while it still has some of the accessibility issues of its predecessor. Hades 2 manages to improve upon the combat, world building, and content of the first game, making Melanos? Whatever, Journey stand out. It may not surprise or shock Hades fans with originality, but it upped these stakes in a way that makes it a must-play game. Solid roguelike with fun and well-balanced challenge, but it does little to move the formula forward, and in certain aspects is actually inferior to its predecessor. Ooh, okay. More fun, bigger, sexier. Okay. And even more addictive than its predecessor, Hades 2 is pure witchcraft as the game excels in every department. As the sequel strikes a great balance, between familiarity and significant new features, but I wish I could stop time so I could keep playing the game forever. As a sequel, Hades 2 is ambitious, delivers one of the most satisfying roguelite experiences in years, yet it can't escape the shadow of its predecessor. And trying to add every idea possible to amplify its scale, the story ends up losing the trademark weight of the studio. Oh no. They didn't like the story. Or eventually didn't like the story. Is an unbelievable triumph for more reasons than a pair of human hands can count. Supergiant Games sequel is a bold evolution of the original and flawlessly executes new ideas to deliver the best roguelike of the generation. Okay, proves on nearly every aspect of its phenomenal predecessor with deeper combat and customization, a substantially larger world, and creative witchcraft abilities. Well, however, can make it on the top of the list, but when she does, unease. I'm not gonna read all this shit. Okay, if Hades is action, Hades 2 is precision. Ooh. Okay, I enjoy Hades 2 more than I did the original game. The first game had the benefit of being new and novel, but the sequel shows that don't say that like that's the only reason why people liked it. Come on. Supergiant has figured out how to improve upon the incredibly strong mechanics from the first game. The charming story, gorgeous graphics, and incredibly good music all come together to prove that Hades wasn't just a one-hit wonder. No one ever thought it was. I guess you thought it was. It more than justifies Supergiant returning to the well. I don't think anybody thought it, like, we needed Hades 2 to prove why it should exist. When I heard Hades 2 was coming, I was like, that makes total sense. The last game was great, and you could totally make a sequel. Like, I never ever thought, like, you can't make a sequel to Hades. Never. It wouldn't make sense, you know? I don't know. That whoever wrote that sounded like they have, like, they were upset that Hades 1 got really popular, or was popular. I don't know. That seemed a little weird. But whatever. Supergiant's first ever sequel may feel very comfortable and familiar, but Hades' best weapon remains the power of surprise. Hades 2 is an ambitious expansion of all the ideas that came before it, balancing them beautifully to create one of the best roguelites on the market, even in its incomplete state. Oh, okay, these are all the reviews. Yeah, okay. So we'll stop reading those. Those are all the reviews for the early access. Which they shouldn't allow reviews for early access on here. Maybe that's why the score is lower, actually. No, it's 9. I wonder. Let me see. 10. Okay, maybe not. 4.5, 9, 8. These are all early. Yeah, 5, 5. Okay, maybe, probably not actually, because there was a bunch of 8s earlier too. So anyway, but that's probably why there's a lot more reviews on OpenCritic than there are on Metacritic, because I don't think Metacritic counts those. So they'll let those reviews go up, but they won't let them have a score. So you see the blur, but there's no review score attached to it, I don't think. Which I will say, that's one thing I like about Metacritic. Because if they'll probably remove those, thinking about it, because I remember when Baldur's Gate 3 was in early access, I swear to God, OpenCritic had like a 72. It had a 72 when it first came out, because they're like, yeah, it's really cool, but it's very incomplete right now. You know, it was just like a bunch of 7s, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's a shame. That's not going to win Game of the Year. No, I didn't say that, but I was like, oh, all right, because I know people were excited for that, and then like the early access wasn't like, I guess it wasn't getting great reviews, but it was, again, still early access, but you know. Anyway, sorry, I got something in my eye. Probably sand. I slept a lot today because I was not feeling great. I'm feeling better now, actually. As I record more and more videos, I was feeling better and better. So shouldn't say that, because now I'm gonna fucking feel like shit because I said it. So you know what? I just want to take a dip in Pac-Man World 2, just real quick. 7, 8, 9, 8, 7.3, 8, 3, 5, 9. I mean, that's crazy. Actually, I forgot to actually pre-order this. I don't know if I want to get on Switch 2. You know, actually, let's go back to Metacritic real quick. Where's Pac-Man World 2? because they have a section for just, yeah, because Repack didn't get like amazing reviews. Shit, actually, it has better reviews than the original fucking version of Pac-Man World 2. There it is. Doesn't have any reviews on here. That's strange. Oh, here's the Switch 2 reviews. Okay. I just want to see if it was like a good version of the game, because I was thinking of getting on Switch 2, because I mean I have games to play on Switch 2. Obviously I have Hades too, but I don't have as many as I do on PlayStation and Xbox right now, so I'm not gonna read this. I'll read it later. I think it's another Nintendo. A bunch of 7s though. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a problem with the Switch 2 version. I'm just like looking to see like this port is not good or whatever. Short and sweet? That sounds good to me. I need more short and sweet games. Let's see the PS5. That's weird. It has like way better reviews on fucking OpenCritic than Metacritic. Well, to be fair, it also has reviews. I feel like I should look at this, but like I already know that game's great. It's fun. All right, we're good. This video is already too long. So there you go. It's Ghost of Yōtei and Hades 2. Good stuff. Silent Hill F is also out today. You got plenty of games to play. Ghost of Yōtei is not out today, though. I should rephrase. But you got plenty of games to play right now until Ghost of Yōtei if you're excited. This doesn't even come out until next week. I think it's like a couple days before Ghost of Yōtei, so... yeah. Kill me! Anyway, we're done. Bye!